Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, everybody. Good to see all of you out there. I don't normally join you on Fridays, but I wanted to finish up our Biffytoons this week and remind you about next week. I'm really excited about next week because Coach B and I are actually going to be getting together and doing a scope together. Hi, Dizzy Dog. We're, like I said, Coach B and I are going to be getting together. We're going to be doing a scope. We're going to hopefully do several of these together, talking about, hi Coach, talking about how to get more engagement out of your students. So if anyone out there wants some engagement tricks and some tweaks of what we do, that's what we'll be doing. So thank you all for joining me about that. My son had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and then we had some unforeseen circumstances this week. So want to say thank you to all of you out there who are checking in on me this week just to see how we were doing. Most of you know, and if you don't know, I teach in San Bernardino. I teach about 5 miles away. 5 minutes away, a mile away from what happened this week. So I appreciate those of you who checked in on me and for all your warm wishes. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. We've been talking these last several weeks about the Biffytoons. Remember that the Biffytoons are a way for your students to learn the sight words. And let me introduce myself in case some of you are joining me for the first time. I'm Andrea Schindler with Whole Brain Teaching and part of Whole Brain Teachers of America. If you want to hear more information about Whole Brain Teaching, you can go to our Whole Brain Teaching website, and we have tons of free downloads there. Coach B really puts his heart and soul into all of those downloads, and so they're very, very high quality. Coach is very good at what he does. And we also have videos, we have webinars, anything you want to know about Whole Brain Teaching. And just a little bit about Whole Brain Teaching, we use a lot of interaction, and we use gestures, and we use visuals, and really what it's based on is getting our whole brain in the learning. And it's also about having fun and a lot of friendtricity. Yes, Coach B provides all kinds of freebies. When you go to the website, you're going to find that nothing costs a cent. It's all for free. And we as teachers, we love free because we know we spend a lot of money out of our pockets. So this week I'm finishing up talking about Biffytoons, just a couple things that I was going to show you in my classroom. Now, if you joined me the last time I did a scope 2 weeks ago, I was at a kindergarten conference and I talked to you guys about the game that we do with the Biffytoons, which is right after we review the Biffytoons, we have the kids stand up and try to come up with as many Biffytoons as they can in a sentence that they say to the class. And remember that whenever we have the kids stand up and give an answer in class, we always want to start out by saying all eyes on, and we say the student's name. So we say all eyes on Valerie. Everybody says all eyes on Valerie, and looks at Valerie. Valerie stands up. She calls the class with the class yes, and then does mirror words and goes through her sentence. And so we always want the kids standing up and presenting their learning good speaking and listening skills. Now, when I talked about the game last week, I explained how we will make it a challenge where the different levels of words are worth different amounts of points, and we try to see who can make the sentence that has the most points. But I wanted you guys to see a visual on that, so let's take a look at my Biffy. So over here is where we are with our Biffytoons, and I'll go ahead and change the camera view here. And as you can see, we've already finished our purple level words, our blue level words, and we've just started on our green level words. Now when we've completed a level, I take away the picture and the gesture and I put up the word. So tonight I'm actually going to be taking down our blue words with gestures and putting up just the word on blue cardstock. So what were we talking about when we were talking about points? So when we start adding levels to the Biffytoons, then any of our purple words in a sentence would be worth 1 point. If you get any blue words in the sentence, that's going to be worth 2 points. You get any of the green words in the sentence, that's going to be worth 3 points. And so we have the kids come up with as many sentences. We especially would like double whammies and triple whammies, using as many Biffytoon words as they can, and we add up the point totals to see who can get the sentence that's worth the most points. So I kind of talked about that the last time we met, but I wanted you guys to see the visual. I also wanted to show you guys my morning message, which is another place where we review our Biffytoon words. So over here is our morning message, and as you can see in our morning message, when we go through the morning message, we're always going to have an oral writing sentence that we practiced. So this week, our new word was the word said, and so we had a triple whammy sentence, and our triple whammy sentence was blank said, and then we have zoop, and we have ee. I like Christmas because blank zoop, and blank ee. And so what I have the students do is I don't fill in the sentence frame. I model for them going to do the sentence. So I model for them first a way that I would do the sentence, and then they practice with a partner. And then I have students stand up. I'm glad to see you too, my friend. It's been a very hectic week. I have the students share their triple whammy sentences with their neighbor, and then they get up and they share it with the class. So we're practicing using the Biffytoon words in our sentences, and I was trying to find a way to use the new Biffytoon of the week. Once we finished, we go back to our Biffytoon word list, and I have a leader come up and circle as many Biffytoon words as they can find in 10 seconds. So the class will do a 10-second countdown, and a student grabs a marker and comes up and circles as many Biffytoon words as they can find. This particular student found 2 Biffytoon words. And of course, as a management trick, I've always got to have my students, I'll explain to my students that the student is looking for as many Biffytoon words as they can find, and it's okay if you find more, but we're looking for how many that student can find, because what will happen inevitably is thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. We definitely need the prayers here, and I appreciate the prayers for our community. It's been a hard week, and just for those of you who don't know, the Inland Regional Center is just a mile down the street from our school, and it's a place where many of our students are serviced. And so our kinders had a very hectic week. Our whole school had a very hectic week, but it's getting better, and so I just appreciate you guys checking in on me and all your warm wishes. So I totally lost focus there, and I'm sorry about that. So I explained to the kids, because this can be a management nightmare. We don't want any management nightmares. This is a teaching choice that I have, which is I let the student find as many Biffytoon words as they can, and I have to tell the students beforehand, if you find more, that's okay, but we're just going to see how many that this student can find. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so whoever the student is that comes up and circles the words up here, and they write the number of Biffytoon words that they found. So here's another example. This was from the first, and they did a triple whammy sentence. And let's see, I'll show you the next one. Here we were practicing our brainies. Thank you so much, Art of Felicity. We have a lot of families that are hurting right now, and we also just recently found that one of our teachers lost a spouse in the attack. So we just appreciate all that, and I just think about all the families, not just, of course, the family here. Okay, so here's from December 2nd, and I love those hugs, thank you. And you can see this student found 7 Biffytoon words, but let's take a look at that sentence. Here's my power pick for comparing, and we were actually comparing our Zoophonics friends, so they had to come up with blank and blank are the same because blank, okay? So the 2 that I picked for my example were Misty Mouse and Gordo Gorilla are the same because they are herbivores. Okay. So what's really great about Biffytoons, we really want our students to be using gestures when they stand up and they share the answers. The Biffytoon words, because they are a list of the most frequently cited words, it's from the Dolch and the Fry list. They're going to give a ton of gestures that our students can use in their sentences when they're standing up and leading sentences, and also when they're looking in print. So I'm going to finish out by showing you a couple other places where we might be looking for Biffytoons in print. So of course, one of them is during our, yes, you can definitely view this later. It will be up for 24 hours. We are also in the process of posting these on YouTube. We're uploading them to YouTube. Yes, and Biffytoons are a free download at wholebrainteaching.com, and they are fully color now, so that's exciting. Take a look here, and this is a book from a read aloud that I have, and you can see here with the print, my students, when they're sitting on the carpet, here's several of our Biffytoon words. So as I point and we're reading the book, when I point to the word, the student will do the gesture. That's what I love about the Biffytoon words. So when I point here, the kids are going to do the gesture for the word I, which is they say I. And then when it gets to can, I read the word can, and then we say see. So they're always looking for Biffytoons in print. I also love to do chants and poems. So here was our 5 senses boogaloo over here. And as you can see here, we have a ton of Biffytoon words over here, which we've color-coded as well. And when we go through our boogaloo, the students will do the gestures in the chant. But then I also give them a chance to come up and circle and find all the Biffytoon words that they can. So anyway, hopefully this gives you a few ideas of what you can do with Biffytoon words. Again, that free download is at the Whole Brain Teaching website, www.wholebrainteaching.com. And if you're interested in joining us next week, Coach B and I will be doing some scopes together on classroom management and engagement. So if you're having a hard time getting whole class participation, tune in with us this next coming Tuesday at 4 o'clock. And I just want to thank you guys all for joining me, and I hope you have a great weekend. Hug your kiddos, hug your family, and I just want to thank you again for all your warm wishes and prayers for our community. So Coach B and I are excited. There's Coach next week. We're looking forward to it. So you all have a good weekend, and thanks for joining me here. Bye, everybody.